What's up, guys? Rob Shoecraft here with Three Storm Fitness. Been a little too long since I've done a video, a couple weeks, so that's a drought for me. So I want to come out with a, we'll call this a power rack review. This is a rack that I've been getting very comfortable with over the past few months. And Fit Culture, this beautiful facility in southeastern Ohio, Gallipolis. The cameraman today, special guest, not showing his face, but that's okay. Josh Perry. Josh owns this place. He dealt with every last ounce of equipment in here. So I wanted to ask him to fill in some of the blanks of this product. I've been using it a lot. He's got 6 of them in here. This is the Hammer Strength HD Elite. First time I ever used the Hammer Strength power rack was in this gym. And I'll just get to the point. I love using this rack. It's extremely solid. It's extremely versatile. There are a couple things I'm not crazy about, but as a whole, great product, bulletproof, right? So what we're dealing with here, let's just start from the bottom. You have a huge amount of options on this thing. The base unit, I believe, Josh, correct me if I'm wrong, you got the 4 posts. You got these. Were these extra? The safety?
Yes.
Safety.
Yeah, you had different options on safety bars.
Okay. Like the safety bar. So everything operates. You come in this little filter.
Yep.
Everything operates on these little keyholes here. We got about 3.5 inches of spacing in between. Nice, like I'm assuming laser cut numbers, so you don't have to. If you guys see my power rack, my R4, I got like wax pencil all over the thing, which is kind of cool. But these are cooler. It all operates on this pretty easy to use system here. Well, easy to use if there's not something in your way, right? I don't know what exercise you'd be doing where you need it that high, but you get the point. Everything is just, it's heavy. Josh and I moved a bunch of this stuff around, kind of getting this place post-quarantine friendly. And I think this thing, with all the options on it, is about 800 pounds. Does that sound right?
That's about right, yeah, somewhere around there.
So if you notice, it's not bolted down. I'm going to be hopping around all over the place. You got a place to bolt it down. I just don't see the need for that. I mean, have you ever heard of anybody rocking this thing?
No.
I mean, it's a brute. You got 3x4 pipes on this sucker, posts on this thing. Very, very solid. I love these. I don't know if you call them J-cups. I'm just used to calling them that. But these are just, I want to say this is 20 pounds.
Every bit, I'd say.
They're freaking insane. And they're built, obviously built for a commercial application. I mean, people have banged into these things, I don't know, probably 100,000 times since the gym's been open, and there's like 0 wear on them. They just pop in like this, boom, slide it in. You can see the number. Right here, you can see what number you're on. So if you're doing a variety of lifts, you can write down your logbook, see where you are. It's just handy. And of course, if you want to use it on the other side, just bring it up. I'm assuming, do these come standard?
Yes, those are pretty standard.
Those are standard.
Yep.
You have, I counted on their website, 9 different pull-up bar options, which is pretty crazy. You got like the standard pull-up bar, which would be that back there, I believe. This is called the arc configuration. It's got the neutral grip and kind of the canted angle in the back. But they have a number of different pull-up bar options. You got the one that looked really cool was the what do you call it? It like moves with you.
Yes.
So like mechanical. Yep. That's sweet looking.
I can't remember the name of it, but the handles can actually move from left and right depending on shoulder width.
Oh, it moves this way too.
Yes.
And it rotates.
Yes,
right?
and it locks in.
I know Road makes a version of that as well for the monsters, but yeah, I'd love to play. Hey, buy one.
Yes. Yeah.
I do like this arc pull-up bar for what it's worth. It's got a nice, if you got funky shoulders or you want to kind of hit a different range of motion, it's a little more shoulder friendly. The Landmine, now this I'm assuming did not come standard.
It is not standard. That's an addition.
They call this is their, I believe they call it the power pivot.
Yep.
And my buddy Mark, I'll plug his site, Garage Gym 411. great Facebook group to buy used equipment. He was telling me about, before I started using these, he was telling me about, he's like, man, you want to buy landmines, get the hammer strength landmines. They're the most overbuilt landmine on the market, and they really are. They're insane. I mean, I realize that there's not a whole lot that could go into like a landmine post. You know, it either swivels or it doesn't. You know, but you know, you got an overextended. This covers the entire barbell sleeve. The action, I don't exactly know what they have going on here, but it feels like it looks and feels like something you'd find on like an assembly line at like a Ford plant or something. It's just very, very smooth, very, very solid, like the rest of this thing. Were the weight, was the plate storage add-on?
Yes, it is an add-on.
Okay,
yep.
Gotcha. So, and was this an add-on?
Yes, add-ons for hook and storage up top are all.
Gotcha. So you can see he's got a barbell. You could add barbell storage to here. You got the spotter. You got the spotter steps. These things are pretty slick. Let's see, pop it out here. Right, they just go in. How do these things come out?
They're connected just like your
Safety bars?
yes, the safety
Gotcha.
bars and stuff.
But they pop out like this, just lock into place. You want to take them down. So if, you know, obviously if you're spotting somebody like on an incline or something, it comes in handy. Also, if you're challenged in the height department, you can put these up if you want to do some pull-ups. Just little things like that come in handy. I like the band system on here, the pegs. It's on this like little sliding action, so you could set the pegs however you want. Oh, sorry, the bands however you want. You got more band pegs up there. Do those serve any other function?
Not that I'm aware of.
Gotcha. So it's a little different from, you know, if you guys see my R4 and a lot of other models, you have kind of the holes drilled in the side with the band pegs coming out. This is cool. It's just like it's either there or it's not. If you want it out of the way, slide it out of the way. You do it on both sides. Let's see here. What other options they have? I've seen a lot of. They have like dip bars. They have like Nordic.
What I like about the band pegs is that they can slide out to here. So if you want to do overhead presses with bands, you don't have to worry about hitting up top here. You can be out here and do things with them as well.
Okay.
So I like that they have that option, because a lot of, like you said, a lot of times they're inside here and you're kind of limited what you can do inside the rack.
Yeah, yeah. Now I will say, this thing's I think what we say was
96 inches tall.
96 inches. It's about 8 feet tall.
Yep.
I got a calculator out before this. I can't do overhead presses in the rack, but most people can. I'm about 6'4" with shoes on, so you know, keep that in mind. But like if you're a regular sized person, you should be able to do them just fine. So I normally do them on the outside. I will say, like, this is more of a personal preference. It's not necessarily a dig on the unit here, but I like. I've kind of been spoiled by the precision of my west side holes. I got 2 inches up the top and 1 inch spacing at the bottom, so you can really dial in where you want in terms of like safety bar, in terms of the cup height and everything. That said, I've had a lot of people use this thing, a lot of clients, and I've yet to run into an issue where somebody couldn't get it just right on, say, their bench press or squat. Squat's obviously a little easier, and you have a little more wiggle room when it comes to safety. Yeah, so you got about, like I said, about 3.5 inch spacing here. So take that for what it's worth. Okay, so we've established that this thing's rock solid. Honestly, I think for the base price, which is with a lot of the options that you did not see. Sorry, a lot of the options that you see are added. Just the standard unit is, I think, if you're going to buy it new, about $3,000 on their site. But their site, and we'll kind of segue into a little something here. The product, excellent. Really, no qualms. I understand that it was you love your customer service experience now, right? Because you got a great rep and everything. I won't say his name, but here he's a good guy. But I understand it wasn't always so nice.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
You waited.
There's some difficulties.
You waited a little bit of time to get this one in.
Yes, the first 2 racks I ordered took quite a bit of time just because there was a hang up. So when you go to their site, you can't just add stuff to it and then add it to a cart. It has to go through a rep, and sometimes there can be confusion between the processes of what you send them and what they send off to be actually produced.
A few ball drops here and there. I asked Josh, I said, we were talking about this yesterday when I asked him if he'd mind chiming in with me on this video. And I said, so what if like Johnny Garage Gym wants to get a hammer strength, a new hammer strength HD Elite? He's like, Johnny Garage Gym doesn't buy those from Hammer Strength. You got to get it used. And it just kind of sounds like it might be a little more trouble than it's worth. It might be worth waiting. If you got a private gym or a small deal, it might be. Correct me if I'm wrong. It might be worth just waiting to find a used option. Right?
Yes, absolutely.
From a private dealer. That said, and I won't drop any names. We'll keep this friendly. But Josh did a tremendous amount of homework. I love talking to him because he has had experience with just about every major, big players. I want to say names, but like if you could think of like the gold standard of all of weightlifting equipment, he's probably dealt with them. And there seems to be just sort of, we'll kind of drift off on a tiny rant here. There seems to be just a little bit of a quality assurance issue in the industry as a whole. I mean, would you say that's fair?
Absolutely.
Yep. People not getting back to you even though you're willing to spend, by any measure, a lot of money with them, and it's just I don't know. It's tough to find stuff on their site, and all this stuff is worth. I know I have a knack for ranting, and people usually turn the video off by now, but I do think it's worth setting the expectations up front to make sure that you get a hold of somebody if you're like serious buyer, whether it's for a gym or whether it's for your own private use. That you get a hold of somebody, make sure you get a rep, and make sure that they're held accountable. You shouldn't have to say that. They should do that as part of the job. But you're not the only one I've heard horror stories from, just in general. So do your due diligence. Before you're willing to spend a bunch of money, make sure that money is going to come, what you buy is going to come in a timely manner, and you got somebody who's on the other end who's going to make sure that they see it through. Because it's not like just going to Rogue, popping stuff in a cart. Not that you can even do that right now with this freaking drought in products. But anyways, it's not the same kind of experience. Anything else you could think of as far as this thing goes?
Not off the top of my head. I think we've covered a pretty good amount.
The options are crazy. They don't have all the options on their website. You got to dig around. Their website's another kind of, right? So you might need it's another reason to get a rep, because you said that you got a huge catalog that had options that you didn't even see on their website. So, just be prepared to spend a little bit of money. But it's a great, an awesome power rack. This thing is experienced wear and tear, but it hasn't shown it. So I got nothing but good things to say about the use. If you guys got any questions about this, let me know. I'll try to find the answer. I'll talk to Josh. I'll probably make him give me the answer, and we'll figure that out. Put it in the comments. I'll get back to you. Thank you very much. Josh, appreciate you filming and chiming in, man. Please subscribe to this channel, and please have a wonderful day. Thank you.